But anyway, go ahead.
So back to the story. The DJ that I was closest to when I was growing up was DJ Rowe.
Yeah.
And
what up, Ro?
Who was very, very unsung in Detroit hip hop history. His name always gets left out. I hate it. I'm not a fan. Anyway, so that's the homie.
He gonna be on the show too.
If we can get him out here.
All right.
Okay, so
you too, Sabotage, Steve motherfucking Haynes,
yeah,
with your disappearing ass. I'm talking to you, Sabo. Anyway, sidebar.
Okay. So I used to hang with Ro all the time, go with him to the record stores, be at his crib, and he'd be spinning. I'd go to gigs with him, carry records, all that shit. And I used to mess with it a little bit, you know, just throwing on records and blending them together. And it kind of came easy to me a little bit because I'm a drummer, and I think that's why, because I had the background of, you know, keeping a steady beat.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, it was nothing I was trying to do or anything. I thought it was cool. I liked what he did, and I was, you know, content just hanging with him. But back in those days, you had to buy records if you wanted to hear them again, or not just wait for them to come on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I was buying records all the time because I like music. So when I went to school, I went up there with 2 crates of records. By the time I left Michigan State, I probably had like 12, maybe more.
Okay.
Yeah. I was spending a lot of money on records back then.
But can I ask what influenced you to, is it, like for me, it was my parents. Was it the same thing that influenced
Pretty
you
much.
as far as your music?
Parents, grandparents, uncles. I think we touched on this in a past episode, but you know, I could name like all the records that were in my uncle's collection,
right.
all the records that were in my grandparents' collection, all the ones in my parents' collection. I just been a record fiend like that, reading all the liner notes and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I go up to college with these 2 crates of records. And
sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, true. That's all you need to do a party.
Especially if you're sharing the decks with someone else.
And I met Steve and another cat named DJ Head, who's very famous for Eminem.
That's our boy.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah.
And Steve actually brought us up to the radio station that he was spinning on. So Steve is giving me props, but I also got to give him his props back because he's the one who brought us in and put us on.
You were spinning at the radio station?
Yeah. He was there before us, and then he left.
Man, it was a hip hop oriented radio show. It was called The Cultural Vibe, and it was the core of it was hip-hop.
So wait. You were like the Stretch and Bobbito of Michigan State?
They needed a house DJ to do a house show on there. And I was like, you let me spin house, I'll come on any show. I don't care if it's the country show. I'm down. You let me do a house.
Right.
Country house. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah. I got on the show, and things just kind of snowballed from there because I started spinning with DJ Head, in his dorm room, and I just kept buying records, but I never had my own turntables or anything like that.
Have you ever heard of a group called Lettuce?
No.
Okay. So you said you never had turntables.
Right.
So the thing about Lettuce, apparently, the reason why they're called Lettuce is because they would show up to gigs and be like, "Let us use your equipment."
Right.
So they named themselves Lettuce. They are an American funk band. They're really good. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought about that when you said you didn't have turntables.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So that's the basis of how I started spinning, and I didn't really, up until we started, like, I won't say I started taking it seriously when we got to the radio station, because it was a little bit before that. But when I hit college is when it really started for me. It's when I started spinning and thinking that, this is fun. I might want to do something with this. And I really, once I got more into spinning and doing parties, being around people in the hip hop sphere or whatever, I was like, I could do this as a career. I'm going to just graduate and then see where the shit takes me.
So